Perfect. Let's just wait a couple of minutes to see if anyone else is joining, and then I would get started. Grande Guillermo, nice to see you. Mm. Okay, can you hear me right? Anything perfect? Thank you, Abby. That's amazing to hear. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. But first of all, hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I am Andrea. I'm the founder of Tana, and it's a pleasure to have you here today. Let me just give you a little brief overview of what I do and what Tana Nodes stand for. At Tana Nodes, we are all about empowering Tana users. Whether you're just starting out or looking to deepen your Tana expertise, we provide a range of resources to help you excel in Tana. Innovative learning through courses, workshops, and tutorials, we make learning Tana and Tana AI not just informative, but also engaging and fun. And customize the solution, because recognizing that everyone's needs are different, and we offer personalized coaching and tailored Tana workspace solutions as well. My role as a town ambassador involves creating content. So I oversee the creation of tutorials, guides, and courses that makes learning Tana accessible and enjoyable for you all. I lead hands-on workshops, each bi-weekly workshops like today's event, where I share my expertise in Tana AI and commands. I also do community building. At the heart of Tana Nodes is our community. I actively engage with members on a daily basis, trying to foster a space for learning and sharing not only about Tana but also about AI as a whole. As a Tana ambassador, as I said, my passion lies in unlocking the full potential of Tana and AI for everyone. My aim is to make Tana Nodes a one-stop destination where you can learn, experiment, and grow in your Tana journey. Today, we are embarking on an exciting exploration of habit tracking with Tana and AI. This session is designed to be both engaging and enlightening, providing you with the practical skills to enhance your workspace. I will lead the way by installing a specially designed template, which I have carefully prepared for this workshop. And as we progress, I'll be building a habit tracker right before your eyes using this template as our foundation. The beauty of this approach is that it's not just about watching and learning, but it's also about doing. By following my lead, you'll gain the confidence and the knowledge that you need to replicate the process with your own habits. So I think let's just dive in together. Okay. Can you see my screen? I think you can. Okay. Yeah, this is my TNXP workspace where I basically create all of my templates. And I'm just going to share this as a template. I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to install it in this new workspace that I've created. Just a sec. My internet is not the best, unfortunately. While I build the tracker, if you have any question, I have the chat on the right. So feel free to send any comment, and I will try to reply to your questions. But I think we will have some time later on to just address your questions. Okay, so my template, now I can choose the destination workspace, which is the one I have just created. Here you go, it is installed. Okay, the template, you will see that it has the usual structure that I give to all of my templates. So if you have either installed any of my free templates or my paid ones, you will see that the structure is quite similar. The schema, the basic of the schema is two super tags for the habits, one that we use on the day node to create our habit logs, and one to create our habits, single habits that we are going to track for our quarters or months or week or whatever. You have the prompts if you want to dive into how they have been built. We will have a quick look at them, but not as a comprehensive one as I usually do during my workshops. Demo content is where I'm going to create content here, or where I have included just the content planning habit so that you can basically have a point of reference, an example that you can follow, even though I'm going to, as I said, build the habit tracker with you now. And commands is where I have included the commands that are the two AI commands that will run all of our workflow. The traction command is the one that we will use to track the traction of our habits. And so if our goal is 12 habits per quarter, it will look for how many logs we have generated and give us back a percentage of the status of our track of our habit. And pin and nodes, it's just a search query for for habits that you can simply pin in your sidebar and have a quick access to your habits. As you can say, I have created an habit log super tag, which is a very simple one. There is only a created time, which we need to check when we have generated our habit log, and an habit field that it's basically including as a value the habit that we want to track. So the habit that this habit log is connected to. And so in my example here, I have a content log. You can see that I have simply extended habit log, so that I have already the fields that I need. And now we'll do this for all of the next habits that I'm going to track, to create and track. And so let me go ahead and create another habit that I want to track. Read daily, for instance. I'm going to create the habit. You will see that by default, the traction is 0%. And this is because there is a build title from fields feature switched on. And so you don't have the bad looking title whenever you generate the habit in the first place. Okay, for the habit, we can select daily or weekly. I will now add more with you in a second. I have a time frame, like for instance, read daily. This habit is going to be for my Q1, and so I can select the start date January 1st and date April 30. and this would be for one. And goal. Goal is basically the number of logs that we want to track, that we need to reach. Basically, if we want to have an habit that it's daily reading and it's gonna be 7 times per week for our quarter, it will count the number for us. Now I can do that very easily with an AI enhanced field where I select a custom prompt. I can open the prompt workbench. I can select my habit node. So I have a node to test my prompt with, and the prompt is here. And it's very easy. Based on the frequency and the time frame, calculate how many time I need to log in order to reach 100%. Only return a number and do not add any other component for any reason. So this is not including any example, and that's why it is a one-shot prompt. Let me clone this. Perfect. You can see in the prompt workbench that the expanded prompt frequency is daily, and time frame is exactly the range with the start date and the end date. So with this information, GPT-4 is going to be able to exactly tell me how many time I need to log the daily reading habit in order to reach 100%, which is 120 times. Now I can simply do this for all of my habits, and I have already the goal set in place. You can see that if I change it to weekly, then it's going to be updated to the correct number. This is just a trick to make it easier for you to create new habits. If you are going to employ this template, and you will probably need to set new habits in Q2 or new habits in, for the February or whatever. And this is going to be helpful in the process. You can see that in Habit, I have habit logs. It is a very simple search query that is looking for any node that has a tag and has an habit field where the habit is parent. So in this case, it is this exact habit, so the read daily one. And this will be helpful and will be used by the command to, compare it to my goal and return us the percentage traction. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to work on my day node for my habits. So I'm going uh, to today, and I'm going to make I'm going to move this node in my day template so that I can now work on this. Okay, now I need a field where I need to log my read daily. I can create it. I can then promote it to my habit super tag, and I can go ahead and in my advanced configurations, I can, oh, sorry, my mistake. I need to duplicate this command, and now I can work on this. This is for reading. I'm gonna use an emoji that it's about reading. I'm going to change the field to, sorry, let me get my day note. So the node filter is looking for the reading daily field. If it's not set, then the content planning, sorry, the this new command, the reading daily command will be available. There you go. Okay, so insert Tana paste. This is what we need basically to create a new log node. Now you see that I have already a content log generated, created for my content planning habit. And now we'll do the same for this new habit that I have. And this is very simple. I just need to create a new super tag for the log. In this case, it would be reading log. I can convert it to super tag, and then I can configure it and I can extend the habit log. Now I have all the fields that I need. Now I can simply create a reading log that I will use to copy as a Tana paste and paste it inside an insert Tana paste command. And that's the trick to get the exact structure that you need in order to create a new node with insert Tana paste. And so I'm going to create simply a reading log. The habit will be read daily, and it's complete. Now I can copy it as down paste, and I will do this. I'm gonna paste it as code because basically what I need is the habit, is the ID reference basically to the node, to the habit node that I need to reference. And so I will replace this and I will replace the super tag so that now is exactly the structure that I need. And I will make sure to target the reading daily field so that when I create a reading daily log, it is logged in the reading daily. You can see that it was created. It's a reading log. It is automatically initialized to a bit and to the right a bit. And now, in fact, if I go back to my read daily, you will see there is a sorry, I can't delete. There is a log already here. And now my habit super tag, my habit node read daily is already, capable of tracking my progress because there is a goal of 17 and there is currently one habit log. And so we can ask the AI to calculate the percentage for us already. These, you can see that I have done the same, and this is one that comes with the template. It's the content log. Going to make sure that it's the right one. And it's coming up here as well. Yes, I can also generate the goal here. Let me change this to daily so we have different comparisons. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just do a couple of more so I can, so you have more references. And let's say that I want to walk daily 2 kilometers. And so I'm going to create a walking log super tag. I'm going to extend habit log. And then I'm going to create a working log node so I have a reference. And I need to create my habit. This is my habit. Frequency is going to be daily. I want to track these, let's say for one. So start January 1st and April 30. And calculate the goal automatically. Yeah. Now I can select my habit. I can copy this as Tana paste. I'm duplicating again this command. I'm calling working daily. And yes. Now again, what I really need to change to get from the Tana paste is a reference with the ID of the habit node. And so that the habit node is auto-initialized automatically with the right habit, and it's connected and it goes into the right search node in the logs. There we go. I need to update working log, and I need to update the node filter and the target node. Now, whenever I click working daily, I'm creating a working log for today, and it goes straight into my habit logs here in the right habit node. Okay. Now let me go ahead and create the traction commands. The traction command lives on the habit super tag. So I'm just going to create it here. And this is a command that I always want available because I want to always be able to, run it so that I can update the traction based on the new logs that I have logged. And so I'm going to not use any node filter here, but I'm only using an ASCII. I'm using a prompt, and I'm going to go ahead and use the prompt workbench. I'm using this content planning node to test the prompt. And okay, the command is here, but I'm gonna rebuild here with you so that you can see the whole process. Um, Really straightforward. You would calculate the number of habit logs you find in the context and compare it to the number set in goal, which is exactly what we need. And render a visualization of the percentage completed using indentation like in the examples below. So here, this is a few shots prompting where we are going to use a stop sequence. And I also conclude the prompt with always use a maximum of 6 icons to represent the results so that the AI doesn't hallucinate and returns to me, visualizations that sometimes are made of 6 boxes, sometimes of 600, and that, just to have some consistency. I am including a maximum of 6 icons in all caps because that's also a way to ask the model something, to highlight some part of the prompt for the model. Bolds and capitalization works. That was some breakthrough news that came out of the OpenAI blog. this mode. Okay, now the instruction is in place. We need to actually provide the we need to actually provide the prompt expressions. So our goals will be found in the goal field, and so goals 17. Our habit logs are to be found as child nodes, because search queries are included in the prompts as child nodes, and so I can use sys content. And with this content, I get exactly what I need. And you can see that I get a list of the logs that I have created for this node, for this habit that I'm tracking. And then I can provide examples. Okay, this is a chain of thought prompt, because here I'm actually asking and with the output providing not only an example, but I am providing a way for the model to reason and find a solution to my prompt, to my query, actually. And so the AI will follow exactly this type of thinking, and will ensures that the end result is always the same, no matter what, 100% of the time. It took me a lot of time to actually come up with this solution, but it works really well, and I'm going to simply replicate it here. Um, it is three examples where I provide, sorry, let me bulk. It is three examples where I basically provide an example with 0%, an example with 33%, an example with 66%, so that the AI has some different metrics to calculate as examples. Okay. So the example, the output will be a node that it's called traction and has the date, the current date in the title, and the whole reasoning, and finally the visual field with visualization, which we will use in the title to track our progress, and will be also included in the node. Now I can simply replicate these two, bulk clone both of them. You can see that it's the same, but I'm just providing a different type of visual, so that the AI knows how I want the visualization to be. The final example will be the stop sequence that the AI will be completing for us. We're going to use GPT-4, and we are going to include, yes, this is being recorded. We need stop sequences. Oops. And the stop sequence will be the last example output. I want to also include every time I run the command, I want to replace the value that is in the traction field, so that I don't have a collection of traction nodes, but I always have a one traction node that it's most updated one. And of course, I want to target a node, a field that is the traction field that is here. Okay, I think we are done. Yes, model to use GPT-4. And yeah, we can test this already and see if it's working. So there is one content log out of 17. That is 17. That is our goal. 6%. Now, what I need to update is the title expression because it needs to be traction, not visual. And there you go. Now, what I am actually seeing in the title of the habit node is the visual, is the value of the visual field inside the traction node. And yeah, I can do the same for read. There is only one out of 120. Go. There you go. Yeah, it's working 100% of the time. As I say, it's been really tested thoroughly, and yeah, it's a bulletproof one. Now you can simply go ahead and create as many logs you want, as many habits you want, and for each habit, you remember to create an habit, a log, for the habit that it's connected to the habit. It's simply creating a new log super tag and using extend habit log so that you have already the fields that you need. And that's it. It's very, very comprehensive. Every day you will be presented with this on your day note. You can keep it like this. You can also, if you like, you might have, which is how I do it. For instance, I have it nested inside a node that it's called habits. And then this is just nested inside, why it's not nesting. Well, anyway, it is in a dashboard. No, it's not. But yeah, every day I can track my plan, my habits, and then I can simply go to my pinned habits search query, and I can run tractions, and it will update based on the number of habits logs that it's finding. Yeah. Yeah, this is now not working because I'm creating new nodes for today. But yeah. Okay, any questions? I saw that there are a couple already. Um, will this work if you don't have AI set up? No. I mean, you can still track, it will still work, but the AI part is just, calculating the traction and visualizing the traction in the title. That's the only part where AI is involved. All the rest is just done and connecting the content, the habit logs to the habits. So yeah, that's the only AI part about the workflow. What do you mean, Kanu? Feel free to unmute yourself.
So,
Yeah,
for example,
really.
on the thank you very much, Andrea, by the way,
You're welcome.
for the reading log, for example, to indicate what we precisely read.
Or to update the template. Now, this is an extension of Habit Log, but if I wanted to, I might as well go in and say reading today, and this could be an instance field for my books, for instance, whatever. And you might log more information, of course. That's totally up to you. I'm showing just the bare minimum, to make the system work. But then it's totally up to you, whatever you want to include in your reading, in your logs. There might be logs where you want to track, data from external, so or as you said, a book that you read or whatever, or how long did you work for how many time, what type of content you planned. It's totally up to you, the structure of the log nodes. Um, I also, I use the extend super tag feature because it's handy and it allows me to just simply create a new one, extend it with habit log, and have the fields that I need, which are the two basic fields, that the base structure of the habit log that you need to make the system work. Actually,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. You have any questions, guys? Any other question? Yeah, go ahead, Penny. I can't hear you.
Let's try that. Is that working now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. I can hear you.
So, what if you only wanted things to show up in certain days of the week? Like, say you wanted to do certain habits on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and others on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or something. Does that get way complicated?
Yeah,
Okay.
right now, yes. One way to do that would be to apply um, uh, super tag for the day, and that would be, creating a Friday super tag, applying
Mhm.
it to the day. And actually, I have a command, an AI command in the Tana Notes Discord. I will later find it and add it into the description of the video whenever I post it. So you also have it, which actually is a command that I have on the day that you might have on your day node. And it's actually what it's doing is finding out that this is Friday and adding a new super tag that is a Friday. And this way you can have, the habit node. You can have it more than one. You might have,
Mhm.
and instead of having it in the day node, you might have it in the Friday node. Like for instance, let's do test. You might move these habits right here, and then you might also create Saturday and have one right here. Of course, clone it
Mhm.
so that this is a separate entity. You don't mess with the original one. And now, yeah, you might have on Saturdays. Um,
Only certain of your habits.
yeah, because you can simply, you can simply add more here. It,
Okay.
they don't need to be included in the template. You can see on Saturday habits.
Right.
Yeah, this is a new notice that they have included. But yeah, now you have one habit for Saturday and one for Friday that it's different. And
Okay,
this
great.
is one way to do it.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Going to send you the template the moment the meeting ends. And yeah, feel free to play with the template. Feel free to reach out if you have any problem playing with it and applying it to your own habits and your own needs. And I'm always available. Just hit me up via email or Twitter or whatever. And yeah, we'll be super happy to help you implement the same system into your own, because the beauty of this distributing a template like this is that you can include it into any type of workflow that you might think. Habits might then be connected to your goals, so to your resolution, like I do, for instance. And you might have the same type of, tracking system that I have created here for my habit. But you might also have the same, type of system that is, calculating um, percentage of completion of a goal based on how many milestones you have completed. So for instance, if you have five milestones to complete a project and three of them are already completed, you might have a visualization with AI that says that your project is 66% done. With applying the same method, the same prompt, which you can copy, of course. Just make sure to change the right fields, and it would be working, of course. This is, of course, in the video today I have used habits that has a time frame, have January to April, so Q1. But they might be whatever type of tracking you want. If this is a goal, and habit that you want to track for, just a month or either one full year, you can do so. Just work with the time frame, and then you can use the time frame, and this is also super cool. You can use the time frame field to look for habits on your year nodes, on your week nodes, on your day nodes, and wherever you have a calendar nodes. Basically, for instance, I might have on my day node, on my month node, I might have that says with tag habits, where the field time frame is parent. Now it's not gonna find anything, but if we move this to January, it will find it. Yes, because time frame is January 2024. Now, and this is super powerful for calendar nodes. If this was anything that had the time frame with January 18th, you would find it anyway here, because it's actually in January. So this is mega powerful, and all using one simple date field across the whole system. So yeah, feel free to install it, play with it, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will try to help you. Thank you again for joining. And I will see you in February for the next Tana Notes live event. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Andrea.